What's up, folks? Rich Fantassel with you. Today is Tuesday, September 26, 2017, and of course, we're giving you an injury recap after week 3. You had the Monday night game last night. A couple big ones here. Darren Sproles, who's a dangerous player for the Philadelphia Eagles, even at his age, what he can do running the ball, return games, receiving the ball. I mean, this guy is one of the more underrated players in NFL history. I'm not saying, this guy is anything like upper echelon, we're talking tops of the top. But, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, Darren Sproles is a guy who could be a borderline Hall of Famer with everything that he's done. And he might be in the Hall of Fame already. He broke his hand and also tore his ACL or broke his arm and tore his ACL on the same separate play. So that is a big injury for the Philadelphia Eagles. Everything he does. You have Kelvin Benjamin of the Carolina Panthers. He is he hurt himself. He was ruled out of the game. Excuse me. It's unknown how long he could be out, how long he won't be out. Why am I not even seeing what this? Benjamin left the game during the first quarter after his left leg. Yeah, it was a leg injury. I thought it was something else was saying here. No structural damage. That's good. Michael Crabtree for the Oakland Raiders. Chest injury. Levante David is a guy who had an high ankle sprain. There's really no mention of any of these other guys. Melvin Gordon, so you have some big names on there, Brian Bulaga. But outside of Darren Sproles, that's really the only guy that you can show is going to be missing. So you have the Sproles injury, which is a critical injury for the Philadelphia Eagles. Fletcher Cox was also injured, but he left the game, did not return. Olivier Vernon, Gerald McCoy of the Buccaneers. So you have a lot of guys who are involved in injuries, who are big-name players, but nothing serious, nothing giving you any indication that they will miss an extended period of time, if they even miss a game at all. So just reading you off some of the list. Kelvin Benjamin might miss time. He was ruled out the rest of the game. You have that leg problem. That's really just a question mark of if he can play. Levante David is also on a week-to-week. I never understand the week-to-week. To me, that's... I mean, how do you have a potential to go the first week and then the next week, like, you don't know? I mean, you got to have a timetable on that, but that's Levante David. This week he might be able to play, but next week he might not be able to play. How does that work? I don't know. So, like we said, a lot of big names, but the biggest injury is Darren Sproles, who's going to miss the rest of the season. If Kelvin Benjamin can't go, that could be pretty significant for the Carolina Panthers, because they're still trying to figure out their offense, and Levante David is an underrated defensive player for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who really need to find themselves, of course, after that tough loss to Minnesota Vikings. All right, so remember, we appreciate all subscriptions as always. We will be back come Thursday. What is the Thursday night game this week? I should know this already, but off the top of my head, I believe it's Chicago and Green Bay, right? Yeah, so come Thursday, we will give you the preview of the 1-2 Chicago Bears and the 2-1 Green Bay Packers. And, of course, we appreciate all subscriptions. Be sure to stay tuned for that. Probably going to do a video as well regarding the NBA and this Dwayne Wade situation. And, pretty soon we'll be right back into the NBA season. So that's what I love about it. It ain't gone for long. So we'll see you next time. Be sure to stay tuned Thursday. Thank you all so much.